In today's video, I'm going to answer the question, what IDX do you put your customers on? So I want to break down a little bit of a difference here. Okay, now in my case, I have leads that are coming in to KW Command, or I'm entering them in KW Command. Okay, so you can see here in my case, these are all IDX leads, which means these people are coming in through my own IDX, however it is that they're doing that. So for example, I have my main website, which is my website that I own. It's my asset. I'm keeping that. I do blogging for SEO. So I organically rank on the search engines and I bring in a lot of leads through to my main website. They start clicking through on properties, and once they're interested in something or view enough photos or properties, then a pop-up shows up and says, hey, register to keep browsing, and they do. Quite often, they also set up a home search as well. All right, so for example, in my case, let's just grab a lead here, and I'm going to take a look at what this lead, whether or not they saved any properties. Okay, so this lead here, I was moving fast as to not put up too much personal information about the lead. So this lead here did not save any properties when they registered for IDX. Then I look at saved searches. And the reason why I look at saved properties is because that's going to kind of give me an idea of what it is that they're looking for, what kind of emails, messages might benefit them specifically. If they're saving fixer-uppers, then I'm going to put them on a fixer-upper drip. If they're looking at what's obviously investment properties, or if they're looking at luxury properties, there's going to be a different type of campaign potentially that I put them on, or smart plan as we call them in Command, right? So then I go to save searches. So this particular user has saved searches to be alerted when homes under 400,000 are listed. So let's go ahead and take a look at view results. So again, this is outside of Command, and I'm getting somewhere with this. This is what they're looking at on my own website. So they're going to get an email anytime there's a new listing that matches what they're looking for. So I am not going to put that person up on any other additional kind of specific drip related to properties, other than just a general, maybe here's all homes that were reduced in Vegas, something that would be an extra value of some sort. So I'm going to keep them on this IDX drip. Now, somebody asked me, well, what if that person is now a buyer and they're out actually looking at homes? Well, in my case, I'm going to put them on an actual MLS drip through my MLS system because of the way that it feeds and the timing and the way I'm able to view it on my app when we're out and things like that. So that's just how I do it. So if they are looking at properties, just shopping around, they're in the IDX already, in my IDX, I'm going to keep them in there, okay? If they're a customer and we're out looking around, I am going to probably put them on my MLS drip. But we can also keep them on the IDX drip. There's no reason to move them over unless there's some sort of discrepancy. So anyway, but if they're not already registered in here, I'm definitely going to put them on my MLS. I know it's a bit confusing, but they all do different things. They have different features. Okay, my experience so far with the KW app is it's got a ways to go yet. I was out shopping the other day, walking around myself as a buyer, and I was struggling with some of the use of the app. So I want to see that come a little bit further before I push that too much to my customers. The nice thing is, though, if they are on your main website, which is your KW website, so now let's go to that one. This is your main website. It does push to the app. It doesn't push automatically. There's a little pop-up if they're on their smartphone or tablet that says, would you like to have a better user experience and use the app, and they can click through. I was just struggling with how the homes show up on the map and how to access the list. It's just not quite as intuitive as I would like it to be yet. So we'll kind of let that develop a little bit further on. For me personally, it's just my opinion. And I'm an agent just like all of you guys, in case you didn't know that. I don't work for KWRI on their products or anything. I'm an agent here in Las Vegas using the system. All right, so here's our main KW agent website. Okay, so now let's talk about this. All right, so somebody comes on and they're looking at my website and they happen to click through to look at a home. Okay, now, as far as KW command goes, there isn't a forced registration, right? And so you're going to get a lot less leads, a lot less leads. And that's fine. Wow, that kitchen's gorgeous. That's fine because when you do get a lead, they're going to be specifically interested in something, right? So for one, if they save a property, all right, they're going to click save. Now I'm already logged in, so here's what it looks like. If they're a logged in user and I love this property, I can save it to one of my lists and I can make a note, love that kitchen, right? So this is what a user would be seeing if they were logged in. They can mark those, okay? Now, what's interesting though is I have not actually looked at, oh, here it is up here. So here's my, so as a buyer, here's what it looks like. Here's my saved searches, Lori's home search, 300 to 500,000, 4 bedrooms. And then here's my favorites, collections, and I can go view all and I can look at all of the homes. And let's take a look at what it looks like for the visitor. Okay, so here you go. So one of the reasons why we're not putting them on a drip inside of command yet is because as far as I understand it, there is a ability to send somebody a search that links to a page like this, but it's not a recurring. It's not every time a home hits the market, you know, here's a new listing. So it's not ready for that yet. Also, in my case, we have my neighborhoods aren't all in here, and there's some other info that I want to see develop a little bit. So I love this as a lead magnet or as part of a drip to get them engaged with the website. But I'm not going to put them on a drip inside of here specifically, but I am going to show you what I do with smart plans in just a second. All right. So as a user, like I said, they can save a search, right? So if I was not logged in, that would ask me to log in. There you go, registration. And you'll get an alert. It'll be up here in your bell icon. Up here, there'll be a little icon, a red icon, and it'll say so-and-so is registered on your site. So you'll see it. You'll also get a Kelly notification. Okay. And then we have schedule a video tour. So they can schedule I wish that just said scheduled tour. I would like them to remove that video from there, because if you click on that button, they can actually schedule a video tour, a Facebook live tour, or a live tour in person. And that really just needs to say request tour. Okay. However, during, I'm sure, recent times, we were only doing video tours, and maybe that's why that's like that, but that button should be revised there. Okay, and then we also have Keller Mortgage, and we have Keller Covered. Okay, so if this person wanted to now apply for mortgage, then they're going to apply. It's going to ask them who their agent is. So if I were to go to I accept, this will pop open, Keller Mortgage. And there's a little video that plays here. We can continue to loan application. And then they would fill out their info here. And I was playing with this the other day. Oh, here, look, see, here's who their agent is. So it already knows I'm their agent. So it's fine. There is an option to remove Keller Mortgage from your website if you don't want it there. I'm not sure why somebody wouldn't want it there, other than maybe they have their own direct lenders they'd rather have them work with. For me, it's another option to capture a lead. You know, it's another offer, so why not have it on there? And then you have Keller Covered, so they can compare quotes here with their homeowner's insurance, okay? So those are all going to have lead generation opportunities for us, okay? So if they come in for me through my KW Command website, I keep them on the KW Command website. If they come in through my main website with IDX, I keep them on the IDX strip, but then I add them to smart plans in command. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. All right, so using my IDX here, I can look at the properties that Michelle looked at here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I could pop this open and say, okay, what is she looking at? Here's one with a private tennis court. Let's take a look at this one. So Michelle's looking at some higher end homes. So to put her on a smart plan that has all homes listed under 300,000 would not be very smart, right? So here's what it's going to look like. I would go back to command, and I know I put Michelle in here yesterday. There she is. Okay, so there's Michelle. All right, so from this view here, if you click on the three dots on the right-hand side, I can add Michelle to a smart plan. So quite often I'm using this screen. It's fast, it's easy. This dashboard, I don't even have to open the contact, and it's nice and easy. I can make notes. I can add them to smart plans. I can mark them as a lead or unmark. I can assign to an agent on my team. I can share the contact. I can add an activity, a note, call, meeting, whatever. Okay, I can do all those from here. So in this case, I'm going to go view the smart plans. I'll show you what I added Michelle to. Okay, so Michelle got added to my buyer email only drip. So if they have a phone number, I put them on what we call the Ballen's Buyer Arrival Smart Plan. And that has a combination of emails and text messages. And then once that's completed, they move to our Ballen's Buyer Survival Smart Plan. And if we don't hear from them during that entire time, then we move them to the Hail Mary Last Hurrah Ballen's Buyer Revival. So we have Arrival, Survival, and Revival. And so you know, my brothers Jeff and Paul sell and install all of these smart plans. So if you don't want to build what I build, you can call them, and they put all of my smart plans and others that they've customized into your KW Command if you want to purchase a suite of them. Okay. Now, in this particular case, she's actually in Las Vegas Homes drip as well. So let me show you. We're going to go over here to Smart Plans. I have core videos on all of how to use smart plans, how to use designs, how to use contacts, how to build custom smart plans, all on this YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. So I'm going to click Smart Plans. All right, so here we go. Here's my Ballen's Buyer. Let's go to, there's Survival, there's Arrival. So let's take a look here. So Ballen's Buyer Arrival. They get an SMS text message. Hey, my name is Lori. How do you feel about the properties you're viewing online? One day goes by, they get another email. Hey, Mary, we have access to all properties in the area as well as many not advertised. Are there any properties you're currently eyeing? And then one day, then we send them another one. Hey, are you getting the properties we're sending you? One day. This one we get a lot of response on. Are you getting the properties we're sending you? Well, they will respond most often with, I'm not getting anything. Because maybe this person didn't set up a drip of any kind yet. So that tells me, oh, good, now I've got an opportunity to say, oh, okay, what are you looking under 300,000, 400,000? And they'll say, oh, 600, 700, 200, 300, whatever it is. And then I just lead with the next question. How many bedrooms are you looking for? You know, just a few things. And then I go put them on my IDX drip. However, whatever drip I'm going to put them on. In my, generally speaking, I would move over to IDX, my IDX broker at this point. That being said, I'm going to give you a little tip of how you could put them on something. It won't be amazing, like it won't like IDX, like an IDX would be yet. But what you could do is you could create a custom smart plan. It looks as simple as this. So you go to My Smart Plans, you just go to Create, Plan Name, and you literally could call this Mary's Houses. Put a last name in there. Mary's Houses. Okay, so then we're going to go to Apply. Okay, so then you're going to go up to Send an Email, and you can ask Mary, Would you like the new homes to be sent to you by link or by email or by text? And you also can say, how often do you want to get them? Every few days, once a week, every day. And you can set it up custom to that person, okay? So subject, here are, whoops. All right, today's Las Vegas listings, okay? And then here's your email. So you say hi, and then you do this mail merge field, which is this little arrow here, first name. So then it'll put in hi Mary automatically. Here are the latest homes that match the criteria you shared with me. Please call me at 702, whatever. Please call or text me with any questions or to schedule a live or video tour. So if you're willing to go out and video the home, if it hasn't been video, then you can make that offer that match the criteria. Okay, so then you're going to put your name, because there's no automatic signature yet at this point that I'm aware of anyway. Okay, and then now we need a link to go to the latest homes that match their criteria. So here's how you do this. We're going to go over to our main website. Okay, now type in the neighborhood, zip code, school address, or address, school district. This is one reason I'm putting them in a different MLS, by the way, because in Vegas, we only have one school district. So the fact that I can't put in, or is it showing up yet? Let me see. Yeah. See, there is no Rancho High School. So if somebody said, oh, we want to be next to West Technical Academy in Summerlin, I can't pull up school zones. And that's actually very popular, at least where we are. So I've got to go somewhere else. But anyway, let's just say, especially if this is a pretty easy, they're just looking in Las Vegas. They have not picked a neighborhood yet. So just go to Las Vegas, and they tell you they want to stay under 500,000. They want 4 bedrooms. It needs to be a house. And here's more. So living area, lot size, year built, keywords. So if I want to have pool pop up, I don't know why we don't have more MLS fields than this. Hopefully those are coming. But you can put in keywords in here. So you could put in pool. I've not actually tested that, so I'm not 100% sure how accurate that would be with a keyword search like that. Okay, and then you would save the search. But look, oh no, don't save the search. Then what you do is up here. See this URL up here? This long, ugly URL? That is the address to this page. Now what you want to do, sort this. See right here where it says sort by? Make sure you have days on market selected, and you have low to high. Then the newest listings are going to show up top. And that's what you want, because every time they get this link, it will then look like the newest properties are right on top, so they won't think they're missing anything, or that they're looking at the same things. Now, the bad news is if you don't have a lot of homes showing up in this area, every time you send them the link, it'll be the same properties. So if you have a case like that, then you're going to want to make sure your drip goes out way less, maybe like once a week. Okay? And you can also monitor, however, in your MLS to do a saved search to make sure that you catch something if there's something new that popped on the market. Okay? So then what you do is you take this long link, and you can put it into any kind of URL shorteners that you want, like Bitly or Google or whatever. However, you don't need to. So over here, we're just going to say, here are the latest homes that match the criteria you shared with me. Whatever you want to highlight, then click that little link and then paste in that whole link and click Add Link. If you want to check it, right-click on that link and open it in a new tab, and you'll be able to see what that looks like. Now, you can also put yourself on any of these custom drips so that in case you want to make sure something's working right. But that's how it works, okay? As long as you don't change anything in that URL, it's going to keep refreshing this page without you doing anything. It's dynamic. It does it automatically, all right? And then you would say, okay, how often do I want her to get this? So let's just say you want her to get this once a week. Okay, she's a long-term nurturer. She's just starting to poke around and look once a week. So what you do next is you add this set delay. So I just clicked it and it's right here. So then how many days after that email before she gets it again? So you could say 7 days. Okay, now if you want to make this look different, you can create a new email right here and say, hi again, here's today's list. You can mix it up if you don't want it to be the same thing every time. But if you're fine with it the way it is, then what you do is you add a restart flow. So I'm going to click that and it'll go to the bottom. So here's what happens. Mary gets this email. 7 days later, the flow restarts and she gets the email again. Then 7 days later, the reflow starts as many times as you put it in here. So unlimited. Let's just say we want to keep her in here until we turn it off. Okay. Then you can save it right here. Or you can send this to her 1, 2, or 3 times and then click new action. And then you can send her off to another smart plan. So see this link here, add to smart plan. So I could actually create multiple additions. She could be in this smart plan, and then I'm also going to add her to my monthly Las Vegas real estate report smart plan, and I'm also going to add her to my buyer arrival smart plan. You can actually put that all in one smart plan here if you one plan if you wanted to save all those extra steps. So what I would do is, let's say I want to add, anytime I add somebody to a custom home search, I also want to add them to my monthly real estate market report. So what I would do is I would also click add to smart plan. So see, it's at the bottom right here. And I can move that up so that it's not underneath, whoops, I'm still learning the arrows, so that it's not underneath the delay. It happens immediately. There we go. Wait, send email. I'm trying to get this add to smart plan to move up. There we go. Okay. Send email, add to smart plan. So I also can add her to my real estate market report smart plan. That's a custom one that I built. Got a video on that too. And then if I also wanted to add her to the buyer arrival smart plan, I could do that here. Now what'll happen is when it restarts the flow, it'll just skip that because she's already been added to that smart plan. So if that smart plan, though, is a one-time touch, it will continue to re-add her over and over again. So make sure you know what smart plan you're sending her to. If it's like let's just say it's your download my app, and you include that smart plan in here, my promote app, she'll get it over and over and over again. So I would only want to include a smart plan up here if it were a long-term touch that's going to run the same basic distance as this one's going to. Okay. Otherwise, just don't add her to another smart plan in here if you're not sure what it is. And then I'm going to click save. So I have it. Actually, yeah, let me save it first before I add anybody. Please reconfigure, cannot restart a smart plan that is less than 15 days old. Cannot restart a smart plan that is less than 15 days long. Oh, I didn't know that. Delay 7, restart flow. Oh, that's weird. I wonder why they added that. Oh, that's a bummer. Really? Wait, no, it's okay. So let's check this. It said less than 15 days. Let me try it. Always running into something new. Okay, so it's only allowing the restart flow to work out an every 2 week or more touch. So this is not as ideal as it was originally before they changed that. I'm not sure when that popped in. So this you can only do if you're going to send her something every 2 weeks then. But if you're going to do every 2 weeks, this works too. Now, you can also use the neighborhood nurtures if they're looking for a specific neighborhood nurture, but this allows you to customize the drip to be exactly what she's interested in, right? Mary, that's whatever she's interested in. So that's just an idea for you. I'm kind of an outside of the box thinker, and I'm always looking at how do we use the system, even if that's not exactly what it was designed for. So however you're going to use the system, this is just gives you an idea of how I'm taking all of these different pieces and getting them to work together. I'm Lori Ballen. I'm the creator of BallenAcademy.com. Thanks for joining me today.